Good morning, adventure mites. On another adventure today, something a little bit different. We're going to start walking the Biibbulmun Track. So I'm going to do a end-to-end, but it's going to be sectional. So today I'm going to start off with between 20 and 30 Ks. We'll see how we go. I've packed up my pack and we'll get out walking. If I can make it to the campsite that I'm aiming for, about 20 Ks out, and I'm still feeling good, we might push on and do another 10 Ks. But we'll really see how we're going. I haven't done a big hike like this before, or at least not in a long time, at least not with a pack. So I want to see how my legs hold up. So if we still feel okay once we get to the campsite, about 20 Ks in, heading for Bulls Creek campsite. If I'm feeling okay and we've got enough time, if I make it there by say 1 o'clock, I can grab some lunch and make the next 10K hike to the Helena campsite, which is another 10 Ks. It should take me 2 or 3 hours and we should get there before dark. But we'll see how we go throughout the day. So here we are, the first section of the Biibbulmun Track. Kalamunda to Bulls Creek campsite, perhaps onto Helena, depending on how my legs feel and what time we get in to Bulls Creek. Beautiful morning, about 8 o'clock, end of June, probably 10 degrees or so, max of about 19 today. Shouldn't be too cold overnight, 7 or 8 degrees, and we'll see. Not sure what we're going to see today. If anything cool, I'll bring you out and have a look. Yeah, I'll take you through my experience, I guess. So as we walk along today, we're following these track signs for the Biibbulmun Track. This is the Waggle, Aboriginal mystical figure. I don't know how to describe it. You can see the track's fairly well signposted, pretty well maintained, I believe, so it shouldn't be too hard of walking. There's not too much elevation either, maybe 500 meters elevation over the whole day, so nothing crazy. I've just checked my routing, my mapping. This is about 6.5 hours from here to the first waypoint, in terms of whether I'm going to make a decision to keep on going for today. Yeah, it's a good test. So this was really a test run, test all my gear, see if I can use it, if there's anything missing. We'll see. Some of the first views here I'm getting out on the track. A bunch of clouds down in the valley. Beautiful. Definitely I'll get a better view down here. Wow, check that out for a view. Beautiful. The clouds just moseying on through the valley. You hear the birds. Most of the campsites have a water tank. I'm carrying 3 litres of water today. I've got my life straw and puree tabs as well, so I can take water on at the places if we need to. I've got my cooker as well, so we can boil up some water. Alright, I've done about 2.5 Ks now, so tracking along nicely, still walking about 5 Ks an hour. So we're on track to kind of get to the campsite around 1 o'clock, which then we can make a decision based on our body as whether we push on the 10Ks to the next campsite. That was cool. I just met my first people on the track here. I'm about 3Ks in, and really the first people I've seen. They're out on a day walk. We're heading up to Darwin in a couple of weeks to do a bit of a longer trek, so out doing some training while the weather's nice. And a bit of a break in the weather, so a few people out. That's one of the things I'm going to enjoy on this trip is having a chat to people I meet, hearing about their journeys and what they're doing and why they're out walking. I think people walk for a number of different reasons. Maybe that's what I'm here out doing, trying to discover myself a little bit. And having the 3 boys, some peace and quiet, I think is my main reason. I just stood still for about 2 minutes at the top of the valley there, just in the sunshine with the sun on my face and enjoying the peace and quiet. 3 days of silence, just my own thoughts. Amazing. Right, we've kind of reached the bottom of this valley now. We're going to start hiking up the other side of it. Do the first proper test of my calf, and I think that's going to hold up over the next few days. Let's see. Black cockatiels. Check this out. I don't know if it's caterpillars or spiders, but something's nested in here. Anybody know? Let us know, eh? Kind of gone past the farm out here as the track crosses the road a little bit, and they've obviously got a wood burning stove or something. There's almost like a sweetness in the air from the banksia and the other flowers that are kind of out here in the bush, but also then with that kind of a burning wood smell as well. It's delicious, absolutely delicious. I wish you guys could smell it. Just here, Mundaring Weir is probably our lunch stop, I think. That's where I think we're heading towards anyway. So if I can make Mundaring Weir for lunch, we're 7Ks in now, and it's 9:45, so we're already a third of the way through. About 4.5 hours left perhaps to the decision point. So I think we're doing well. Body's holding up well so far, not too many dramas. Just trying to get the pack sat just right. It's kind of rubbing on the hips just at the moment, so I've kind of bumped it up a little bit to try and stop that. But other than that, feeling good, enjoying it. Beautiful walk this morning. The weather is perfect. Kind of what 13, 14 degrees now. In and out of kind of woodland scrub, so I'm not getting full sun either. It's fairly flat now. I'm at the top. I'm sure that there'll be a few more ups and downs. Done about 250 meters of climbing so far, so I think it was 500 for the day, so about the same again, which I think I can handle. So we must be coming up to the Kalamunda camel farm. There's a cafe here. Really nice round trip for some people heading out from Kalamunda up to the Kalamunda camel farm. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a 15k return, 16k. We're at 7.5 now, 500 meters here. That's 8k's up to the camel farm and back. Be a nice kind of day hike almost. Won't stop in today. I come up here with the kids. You can have a look around. We'll see. Maybe we'll see some camels today. I'll be for sure to get some pictures if we do. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do here at the camel farm. So it's kind of mountain biking and a cafe, camel rides, barbecues, the birthday parties here. So a heap to do. I want to keep going today. I'm worried now about sunset. Sunset's at 5:30, so I definitely want to be in camp and make camp by 5. But I think it'll be kind of tight. It depends how long I take for lunch. So okay, just stopping for my first break. Just over 10k, so about halfway. It's about 10:30, so we're on track to get to the campsite by about 1 o'clock maybe. So if that happens, we'll definitely be able to get on over to Helena, the second campsite, by 5 o'clock. So I should have looked at my map. It's just here at the top. I don't know if you can see it through the trees. Is Hewitt's Hill campsite. So rather than sitting on a log, I could have sat with all the other hikers and had my morning tea. No, Davo's a diddy. Just sat down on the track, didn't he? Oh well, never mind. Here's the sign, sleeping hut. So the huts are every 10 kilometers or so, at least on this section of track. That's what I won't be using a hut tonight. I'll definitely sleep in my tent tonight, but maybe tomorrow I'll try the hut. I haven't got like a mosquito net or a bug net or anything, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, we're back on the trail. Still cruising along 4.5, 5k's an hour, so there's a little bit of a breeze now, which is nice. Nice cooling breeze. It's not too hot, probably high teens at the minute. Yeah, beautiful out here. Loving it. So right over there in the distance is Mundaring Weir, or Mundaring Dam, which is where we're heading. We're going to head around this side, and then I guess we'll cross over the top of the dam and walk up around the other side. Probably, I think it's about 8k's from Mundaring Weir head to the campsite we're heading to today. I'm starting to twinge a little bit in my calf muscle on my left leg, so at this point I think it will be stopping the first campsite, but once we get there we'll see how we feel. I think we're going to have plenty of time because I'm not slowing, I don't seem to be slowing down, I'm just feeling it a little bit. But yeah, we'll see when we get there. So here's the view from Golden View, I think the viewing point is, out over Mundaring Weir and the Discovery Centre. So we'll be heading across here and then up around the other side of the lake, up to Bull Creek. I was just chatting to another hiker here and she said getting to Bull Creek is not too bad, it's fairly flat. And then even onto Helena isn't too crazy, and she thinks if I push I should be able to make it before nightfall. My car's feeling a lot better now, so I might make that. She even suggested then if I then walk out to leave my stuff at Helena and walk out to Woolley and then back, that would be a nice day trip tomorrow. So a couple of ideas, something to look at once we get in and see how the body feels. It's beautiful out here. So now we're just crossing across Mundaring Dam. It's one of the water catchments, one of the water dams for Perth. So unfortunately you can't swim in it. So again we join a couple of the trails here, the Mudabindi Trail and the Kep Track. Pretty sure the Kep Track follows the old Heritage Railway. That's like Northam or somewhere like that. Another one for another time, for sure. Right, we're at 18k's now, so maybe about 3k's now and we'll get into the decision point, into Bull Creek. I just realised I've taken a massive diversion. I've taken the wrong track. But what I can do, I can make a right. Maybe I haven't added too much time, but I think the distance is about the same. So instead of going into the Perth Hills Discovery Centre, I've cut out, and this is where I'm on the Kep Track, but I should be able to make a right here, which then will take me back down onto the right track. Oh. Right, luckily we have got back on track. So we're back on the Biibbulmun. It's about a 1.2k detour. Although, you know, if I walked up the normal way, it was probably 800 meters a kilometer, so Didn't end up walking that much extra, I don't think. We'll find out at the end of the day when I finish the route on the GPS, and it is what it is. It wasn't even a nice walk, it was like past the treatment plant on a gravel road, so oh well. Means we got something new and interesting to look at on the way back, I guess. Perth Hills Discovery Centre. So let me check, see what guidance now we're back on track gives us. As right, saying 36 minutes, so half an hour and we'll be at the campsite, which will take us up to 1 o'clock. So even if I had an hour's rest, which I don't think I'll need, because I'll just have a quick feed and a drink, I'll be able to get into Helena by 4. So that'll give us plenty of time to get camp set up. Alright, so we made it to Bull Creek. Stop here for half an hour and get fueled up and then wander on in. A couple of people here already, but yeah, made it this far. Everything's so far so good. Let's see how we go. That's kind of cool. One of the guys there at the Bull Creek campground is another YouTuber. He said DC's outdoor, something like that. I forget, I'm terrible. My brain was cooked. I just stumbled in. So hey, if you're watching this, sorry I didn't hang around the chat, just wanted to get on and finish my day. I'll have to check out your channel. I know you were checking out a new tent or something, so be keen to see that. Yeah, I wonder if there's any other kind of YouTubers I'll get to meet on my adventures. It'll be kind of cool. Alright, so yeah, I'm just leaving Bull Creek campsite now. I think it's about 10 k's. I filled up water at the campsite as well, just in case, so I got 3 litres of water again. Had a Cliff Bar, choked a whole bunch of water, so we're in good shape. Oh my gosh, I don't know if the camera does that justice, but it's not what I need after like 28 k's, man. Oh, nearly there, just a little bit further. I am cooking, hey. I'm using my poles since we got out of Bull Creek, especially on the hills. They've really helped a lot. Oh gosh, I'm ready to make camp. I think we've got maybe another 3 or 4 k's. I remember the girl saying it was a real short, sharp climb. But apart from that, it's pretty easy going. I haven't had the camera out much. I've just been concentrating on walking this last 6 or 7 k's. Oh. Hey, definitely 20-25 k's is about my limit at the minute, so I think what we're going to do tomorrow, Monday, I don't know if I'll be up for walking all the way back tomorrow. So what I might do, I think, is walk out to Worley and back to, if I do Worley back to Bulls Creek, which should be about 20 k's. And then we've only got a 20k hike back on Monday. We'll see how we feel in the morning, I guess. Alright, so I've made it over to another valley. I think this is Helena Valley. There's a lake in down the bottom. Looks very inviting. I could go in there right now. I'm pretty sure I've just walked across this open section here. Man, I'm cooked. I reckon another 3 k's, we're there. I'm tired now. Probably should have stopped at Bull Creek, but it's no fun if you don't push yourself, really, is it? So I still aim to be into camp about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So still kind of plenty of time. I'm not travelling too slowly. It's just a bit of a grind now. Finally, I'm not watching, I'm not looking out, I'm looking at the trail. So at least I get to walk back along it, and I should be a little bit fresher so I can enjoy it a bit more. Yeah. Am I pleased to see this little sign? Put a fork in me, I'm done. My legs are cooked. Oh man. there's another massive hill we had to come up. So glad I brought these poles. I think they're the surprise piece of kit on this journey so far. I think I would have done it without the poles, and I would have been on hands and knees crawling up. Now let's see how many people are here. Alright, cool. So I've been down and checked the hut out. There's a few ladies down there just hanging out. So I've got a nice secluded spot here. It's kind of right off the track, away from the hut. Suit me just well. So I'm going to set the scent up now, and yeah, probably just crawl into it. I think I'll probably make some food and then crawl in. Tent set up, you beauty. Didn't take long at all. It's only 3:30, so I'll set my bed up and I might go down and sit down there and have a nada, have a cup of tea, and can make some food. A beautiful sunset. There's a couple of other people here who just sitting around the fire. I'm going to go and get my beanie on to stop the mozzies eating me. Yeah, the sunset. We came out across the valley, which I didn't get, but I've got some pictures, I think. Probably going to up another hour or so. It's about 5 o'clock. No, it must be about 6, because it's 5:30 sunset, so it's feeling a bit tight through the legs, nothing too crazy, so hopefully a big sleep and some Nurofen and we'll be good. We'll see, I guess. I'll put this stuff away, get my beanie on, maybe put my thermals on as well, it's getting a bit chilly. And then head back down for an hour by the fire and get to bed. Okay, end of the day, guys. Just been sat around the fire talking to the other hikers that are here. It's 8 o'clock. My legs have calmed down quite a bit. I've got my thermals on in my sleepy bag, so ready to hit the hay. Hopefully wake up in the morning not too sore, and we can get back out on the trail. Catch you in the morning.